Oh, yes.
This aircraft is in service with the 7th Special Operations Squadron, part of the 352nd Special Operations Wing at RIAT Milton Hall in Suffolk. And you can gather from its entrance there why the Osprey, and certainly one of the reasons why the Osprey is such a good Special Operations platform, because it's very quiet, not a bad thing for covert work. 2 services currently operating the type, both the US Air Force, whose example we see here, and the US Marine Corps, whose CV22 Ospreys we've seen at the Air Tattoo in the past. The engine's a pair of Rolls-Royce Allison A1107C turbofans of more than 6,200 shaft horsepower each, and those rotors come propellers. They have a diameter of 11.5 meters or so, about 38 feet each. In again from our left, and you'll be able here to see those rotors transitioning as the aircraft goes from conventional into helicopter mode. And there's also the undercarriage coming down. The first flight of the prototype CV22 Osprey took place in March September 2000. Training commenced August 2006, and the initial operational capability began to come about in January 2007. Of course, it has the advantages of the helicopter with few of the disadvantages. Able to operate into confined spaces and be extremely flexible, but with greater speed and longer range. The Osprey can transport 24 combat troops, or £20,000 worth of internal, or up to £15,000 worth of external cargo. It's fully air-to-air refueling capable as well. The type has demonstrated its attributes and its qualities in combat theatres of late, not least in Iraq and Afghanistan. So now a transition to forward flight. Long-range special operations missions, infiltrating those forces, resupplying them once they're on the ground, and when the mission is complete, exfiltrating them. The combat radius of some 500 nautical miles with a single auxiliary fuel tank mounted internally, but with air-to-air refueling from MC-130 Hercules, range goes up to over 2,000 nautical miles of endurance. It's the circa 5-hour mark. A .50 machine gun can be mounted on the rear ramp, which we'll see open shortly when the aircraft comes back into the harbour. It also carries the hoist of the so-called fast roping equipment that is used for the rapid deployment of Special Operations Forces. It could also jump off the rear ramp if required. Compared with the Marine Corps MV22 version that we've seen here before, the CV22 has an extra crew member. It's operated by 4 flight crew, a pair of pilots and a pair of flight engineers, as against the 3 of the Marine Corps aircraft, and it also has a terrain-following radar to help it in the low-level environment. Crew training began with the 8th Special Operations Wing at Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico in 2006, and it was the first Special Operations Wing at Holden Field, Florida, that took the first operational aircraft the following January. So now a bit of manoeuvring in the hover. The Milton Hall-based Special Operations Unit took its first Ospreys in June 2013. It's resurrected the 352nd's vertical lift capabilities that it lost when in 2007 it retired its venerable Sikorsky MH-53 Havelow helicopters. In total there should be 10 Ospreys based at Milton Hall. The unit's fleet being renewed, and further evidence of that coming in the static mark here at RIAT, where we're seeing for the first time one of the new Lockheed Martin MC-130J Commando 2s.